Hello, thanks for joining me for part 4, painting of flowers of Fuerteventura Art Nouveau style. Is the Stephanotis or Madagascar Jasmine. There was a beautiful one growing in a garden near me, and did some studies in my art book. I paint just for the joy of painting. It makes me happy. I'm not painting to impress anyone else. If I end up with a picture that I really like at the end of the process, then I will put it on my print-on-demand shop and sell it in that way, just to make enough money to buy some materials. But I never sell my original work anymore. I sometimes give them as presents to dear friends or family. There are so many different greens to choose from in the Inktense series, so it's very hard to know which one to use next. I have to keep looking at the colour chart that I made. So the jasmine likes to grow up a cane or some sort of support. So I've put in a cane which will take it right up to the top of the picture. White flowers again, so I need to make sure I put a nice dark green behind them. The green I'm using there is Ionian green. The Madagascar jasmine has waxy white flowers, and the perfume is absolutely beautiful. When I want to paint a particular flower, if I haven't painted it before, I like to do a drawing in my art book. I can study it and find out exactly how it grows. Look at it from different angles. I prefer to use a live specimen, but that's not very often possible, I'm afraid. So I always have my phone camera ready, and when I see an interesting flower, I take lots of pictures from different angles. With these pencils, you can keep going in with more and more colour because it's waterproof when it's dry, and you can really build up the depth behind the flowers. I leave the flowers as white paper, putting hardly any colour on the flowers, only to show some shading. I decided I didn't want the yellow oleander here anymore, so I got out my little pot of gesso again and I deleted it. This is why I wanted to remove the yellow oleander, because I wanted to put the jasmine at the top of the cane. To use the water brush with the Inktense pencils because it keeps its point much better than a brush would do, and I don't have to keep going to the water pot as much. I may go even darker behind those white flowers before this painting is finished. the other side to paint. But looking at it again on the next day, I decided that I'm still not happy with that passion flower, so I made a few changes to that. I'm a little bit happier with my efforts. I think the only way I could make it better is if I were to draw the whole thing much bigger so that I could get more detail. And to make my painting complete, I added a beautiful passion fruit right in the center. You can buy a print of this painting on my Redbubble shop, and you can find a link on my website, which is called hevlovesflowers.com. You can find a link on my Facebook page at Hev Loves Flowers.